All right, here we are today at the hemp mine. Unfortunately, the weather is not really cooperating with us, but the caterpillars are. So we've been out walking the fields with Allison, looking at her hemp plants because she noticed that she's had some caterpillar damage on the buds. So the first thing we notice as we're walking through the fields, or at least the first thing I notice, is to look at the white plastic underneath the plants. And as we all know, caterpillars are just walking stomachs. So what goes in must come out, and we politely call that caterpillar excrement frass. So what I look for is frass on this white plastic, and you can see it underneath here. They're just little kind of greenish dark specks you'll see fall down under there, and that's from where the caterpillars have consumed leaf tissue. So generally what will happen is the moths will fly in and lay eggs on individual leaves, and as the caterpillars get larger and their nutritional needs increase, they'll crawl up into the buds. And we actually, as we were walking through, we saw quite a few specimens of some caterpillars that were already fairly sizable coming up into the buds and starting to do damage. Now, it is an issue for them to eat the bud tissue, of course, but also of issue is when they feed on that bud tissue, they cause wounds, which can then allow diseases to come in. The third issue, of course, is because they're walking stomachs and they poop everywhere, is leaving that frass inside the buds, which cause issue when you go into processing. So looking for the frass on the white plastic and then looking at your individual buds to see if caterpillars have crawled up into them. And often you'll see some browning tissue. Here we have another larger instar caterpillar here. Now, if you're going to target control for these caterpillars, you want to go for the smaller ones. Those are going to have the best chance of control using something like a Bacillus thuringiensis product like in BT now. The larger ones are going to be a little bit harder to control. You'll need to use a slightly higher rate, and depending on your caterpillar pressure, you might have to apply more often. So that's how you scout your crop for caterpillars, and yeah, that's it.